All right, so we're still battling the whole Facebook thing,
Okay.
which is crazy. So,
And guess who isn't here yet?
oh, you mean Kathy? If she's not here in 2 minutes, we got to end the show because I got to leave.
Okay. Well, I'll milk it. She said she's on her way. Mr. Canova, he hasn't replied back, so it'll just be Kathy and I.
Well, that's fine.
Yeah. It's stuff we can talk about.
So now I'm trying to continuously fix this whole Facebook thing, and it's ridiculous. I can't even sign into Facebook.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean it's been crazy. I don't know what it is lately, but there are lots of things that are going on with the internet. I don't know if anybody else is having the same type of issues, but I want to see if I can.
There's enough stress in life than to deal with.
Oh, I know.
Problems,
it's been very crazy. It's been very, very crazy. There's a lot of like what's going on downtown town hall.
Cooling centers.
Yeah, we're supposed to have one hell of a heat wave, aren't we?
Yeah, so they're looking for volunteers to man the cooling center down at I think tomorrow it's at the fire department because I'm there for 3 hours.
Glad you're here because I gotta go. We almost had to end the show. Literally, yeah.
Man.
I gotta Benny swim.
Today's Tuesday.
I know, but tomorrow's Juneteenth.
Big holiday.
Right, we can't swim on Juneteenth.
Yeah, we can't be open for emergencies. We can't be open for emergencies either.
No.
Don't get me started on that. Our governor says we
can't
have
do
emergency
it.
centers, shelters, but we can't have the town hall open for that. No.
Do we have a shelter?
Fire department.
Cooling shelter?
Fire department.
Oh.
Jewett City Fire Department.
Yeah.
I'll be there.
Too, or just Jewett City?
I think it's, as far as I know, just Jewett City for now. Who's
gonna
gonna walk?
hot.
Who's gonna walk all the way out to Griswold? Matter of fact, who really wants to walk all the way to the firehouse when you got
It's gonna be hot.
I don't know.
a couple buildings downtown?
It's going to be. What about the library? Is the library open tomorrow? I think they're normally a cooling
I
place, no?
I do not know.
During their open hours.
I'm sure it's in the policy somewhere. Is that sarcasm?
The policy? What are you talking about?
Who's the town coordinator for this?
I'm trying to figure out this whole Facebook thing.
He's still getting.
Oh, we're not even on yet?
Yeah.
Oh, we are.
Yeah, we're
Oh,
on.
okay.
Yeah,
Good morning.
Yeah.
What's going on?
It's recorded. You walked in at 9:06.
I know. Today was late. So I get up, right? And I think moms out there will understand this. So you get up, you got to be somewhere. The kids know you got to be somewhere. And all of a sudden it's, Mom, what's for dinner tonight? Mom, hey, I need a refill on my prescriptions. Hey, Mom. And you're like, I got to get out the door.
I think I figured it out.
Yeah, good times.
Don't you guys all have a driver's license? Figure it out.
Damn kids. That's what I was like, oh my God. So then my daughter's like, I'll go grocery shopping for you today. I'm like, cool, thanks. I show up here and I realize she never took my debit card or the shopping bags.
Those
So
bastards.
how you going grocery shopping? And the thought was there, but
So Facebook's making you jump around different hoops to go
Just
to
to stream?
groups. Yeah.
to
No.
post in groups. Yeah.
All right, so
So we're here.
yeah, it's gonna be hot.
What time
Huh?
swimming?
Swimming's 9:30. So I gotta leave in about 10 minutes.
He's gonna have to bail, and it's just gonna be you and I. I guess I'll hop
Okay.
over there
Okay,
when he leaves.
that's fine. Is that in Norwich?
No, butterflies, bubbles, and butterflies.
Bubbles to
Isn't that
butterflies.
Malcolm?
No, knock 'em, knock 'em,
Yeah.
knock 'em.
You know what they say? Knock 'em.
Yeah, I know. I grew up in Norwich. I know exactly what they say in Occam.
Fuck 'em. I didn't swear. I said
No, fuck 'em.
Sock 'em and knock 'em.
Yep. Well, that's I guess another thing they say.
I came here to get my coffee and donut and said, "See you, Wayne. Thanks, buddy."
Thanks, I'm out of
No.
here.
Thanks, I'm out of here. Screw you and your coffee and donut. I'm out of here.
Yeah. So
Thanks for the snack while I watch my grandson swim.
what's your thought on Juneteenth?
I get the day off, so I'm okay with it.
I was looking Wayne.
Oh,
Me, I They started it with a couple years left, and I really didn't. They actually gave us like a floating holiday to use and anything else, but I don't know. I have really no hard feelings about it. It's another day off for somebody, so
Okay.
I don't know what the big.
I just learned yesterday what Juneteenth was all about.
Oh yeah, it's
You
like
know,
the last
and
day
I
of
feel like-
slavery in the United States.
Yeah, and I feel like a really bad human for
What
just
is it?
finding out. It's the
I
last day
It's
of
the last
slavery.
day of slavery
Oh,
in the United
that sounds
that
States.
was
familiar.
documented in the United States.
Yeah. I've looked it up before.
I forget what year it was, but
I've looked it up. It only seems like it's been more of a recognized holiday, I'd say, the last few years, right? Or is that just me?
yeah, it's only been
it,
like the 3-4 years. or
It
something
doesn't seem like it's been a thing.
Actually, it was
until-
signed into law by Trump. I think it was this last year.
Oh, was it?
Was it?
Okay. That makes sense. Because I'm like, I don't remember this being a thing up until
No.
just the last few years.
No.
And
Yeah.
I mean,
It's only been the last few years.
Okay, all
It
right.
really has only been the last few years.
And I mean, I'm one of those. I get the day off. So I mean, I will never complain about getting a day off.
Oh,
but
apparently, the town hall shut down.
yeah, because it's a
Senior
it's
center's
considered-
closed.
Yeah, it's a holiday.
All the town
So
buildings
they-
are closed. Banks are closed.
Yep.
So, but we have an emergency heat wave coming. So make sure we have a cooling center open somewhere.
And you said
So,
that was the
Jewett City Fire
Firehouse.
Department. Yep.
For some reason, comments don't come through this piece of shit anymore.
I had that problem too while you were gone. One day.
Yeah, no, and they you reach out to them and they have these cockamamie excuses. Well, there must be a glitch in the
Right,
system.
yeah.
Well, then fix your freaking glitch.
Yeah, and Facebook's been out there for how many years? I think you
Well,
should
this
be able
isn't
to
Facebook.
manage.
This isn't Facebook.
Oh, what is
It's a company
it?
called Restream.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah.
That posts it to all the
Exactly.
platforms. Gotcha.
That's
So-
all early yet. I found that most people don't start chiming in until right about now.
Can you
like
see
10
the-
after, something like that, 10 after, quarter after?
Can you see the comments on your?
Because they're on Walden time too. They don't,
I'm telling
start
you,
watching
Walden
anything.
time is a thing. There's nothing wrong with that. It's okay. It's widely accepted practice.
Yeah, I don't see any comments yet, but I'm looking at my, and we're also on Grizzled News and Notes.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to put it on a couple other groups, but were denied.
Denied?
Yes.
Denied.
Yeah.
Is that
denied.
because of Restream or is that because of
No,
Facebook?
that's because different groups don't want it on there,
Oh, okay. So it's a
so
Facebook
they'll
thing.
just go bing. No.
Gotcha.
Oh, stop it. This
So-
is an informational, funny show. Stop it already.
Funny.
Funny. Yeah, it's
funny?
funny. Yeah, pick on each other. It's funny. Try to be funny.
Have we gotten that feedback? Are we
I don't know.
considered funny?
I
I
think,
don't know.
No, I think we're
don't
kind of
really
funny.
know.
I think we're funny. There's a lot of
So-
funny stuff happening. I'll tell you that we
Huh?
talk about.
Yeah.
What's happening? I feel so disconnected. I have not been.
I do
like,
too. I do too.
I have not been in the throes of anything happening in town lately. So I
Yeah.
feel like I'm so out of the loop. So what's going
Yep.
on?
Yeah, you're the only one.
I know,
You're
like,
the only one that's
Got a big
connected
debate.
anywhere.
Big debate coming up in 9 days.
We have a debate
We
coming
have
up.
a
our-
debate.
Yeah, big debate
Between
between the
who?
two presidential.
Oh,
Oh,
candidates.
Jesus. Are they really doing a
Yeah,
debate?
they're really doing that. Yeah, yeah.
There's no way.
So.
There's no way. There'll be a
I can't
reason.
believe it.
He'll back out. There'll be a reason why he backs
No,
out.
you had
or he can't
Obama
do
hold his
it,
hand, lead
or-
him off the stage the
I'm
other
gonna take
day.
my hands. I'm gonna go ahead and win the debate. It'll be a wonderful thing.
It'll be great.
It'll
It'll
be
be,
the
the
best
best
thing
debate ever.
ever.
They were talking about the rules last night. They're going to mute the other guy who doesn't have to answer, and the only guy that's going to talk is not going to be muted. Yada yada yada.
I assure you,
So it's
it's
not
just
gonna
a
be
bunch of
wrong with my
stupid
hands.
rules.
There's nothing wrong there. I'm Donald F. and Trump.
Yeah,
I'm back, bitches.
yeah. It's
Putting
like,
extra orange on tonight.
hey, surprise! 2 new guys running. All right.
So they're putting
Kamala
rules
Harris, we
out?
understand that you will not
Yeah,
be
there's-
running for vice president
guess there's not a-
anymore.
There's not a
But
crowd.
there is plenty of time for you to be in the bitches for Trump campaign.
Bitches for Trump. Do you know what my daughter? She came out of her room wearing a shirt this morning that said, "I'm as American as herpes and hot dogs."
Nice, nice.
herpes. And
I go,
Welcome to the generation.
So I go, "Where did you get that shirt?" And she goes, "Gran made it for me."
Shit, I gotta make
Her
that now.
grandmother made it for her on the cricket.
Oh, I'm as that's a good one. I really
Right?
like that
I'm as
one.
American
Herpes
as
and
herpes and hot
and yeah.
dogs.
Rachel says informational and funny question mark.
Right?
I
Thank
see a
you.
See? wearing that
See?
shirt. I'm really ready
Yeah.
to date her. Yeah.
I told her it'd be great for 4th of July picnic.
Laura says, "Good morning, all. Sadly, I do not have the day off tomorrow. America runs on Duncan."
They
That's right.
definitely do.
Yeah,
That's
good
right.
job with the cheap plug.
I'll
That's right.
probably be door dashing that tomorrow.
Guess what? We get no monetization from Duncan.
Mm.
Yeah.
But
Well,
they get a lot of free. I was gonna say free press, but that's not the word I'm looking
yeah.
for.
That's-
Advertising.
Free
Yeah.
advertising, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
But,
I got stock in it. That's why I keep buying it.
yeah, right.
yeah.
I think this table alone probably keeps Duncan running on Duncan.
Duncan. See Unicorns tonight on SNSN tonight at 6:30.
It's gonna be hot.
It's gonna be hot. Hot.
Drink your water.
What's the temperature supposed to get to be?
I don't know.
Today,
90
I think it's supposed to be 85, 86.
Oh, that's not that bad.
Tomorrow, it's supposed to hit
What a bunch of
90.
wusses.
That's not
Supposed to
that
hit
bad.
90. I think Thursday's like 93, 95.
Yep.
And then, and that's where we're supposed to be out in the food drive. Beautiful.
Oh my God, that's right.
Once you get Canova in here, and I'll get back after Benny's swim, and we'll continue the show.
Oh,
What time's
all
Benny swim?
I gotta leave
9:30
now.
to-
Oh, you can
How
leave.
long does it take?
Well, thanks.
How long
right.
is
You
it?
can leave.
How long does
We'll
it
just keep
last?
it going.
30 minutes.
I texted Canova, but I haven't heard from him. He's probably driving or busy.
He hasn't texted me back ever.
He's retired. He's probably still sleeping.
He's probably.
Maybe we can get Carl loose here.
I don't know.
I've never met him.
Nope.
We can have him in on as a guest.
I've never met him. I know the name, and I
Him
think
and
he
I are
does.
tight.
Yeah.
Are
The
you-
king.
Yeah. The
I've
king.
The
I've
king.
never met him.
I've never had royalty on here before, but what do you say, Carl? You come on here, baby.
Okay.
Because Phil Flowers is watching right now. You know what I mean? He'll report back.
Met him.
Carl, guess what happened?
I've met him once. I think when we were
Carl's Phil.
Phil
Yeah.
Flowers, right?
That was Phil Flowers. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we met him
Yeah, I
once,
met him
very
once.
briefly.
Oh, he let us put signs up. Yeah.
Mhm.
So we put signs up in his yard.
It's Phil. Carl, guess what happened?
And he opened the door. He was wearing a shirt that says "I love Mike Minarski." I don't know.
They
what the
call
hell
you
that was
king.
all about.
They call you king.
Oh my God.
The
That's funny.
king.
Oh my gosh, you should make a shirt that says Jewett City runs on Minarski.
No, that's way too egotistical for me. But anyway, Phil Flowers, this one's for you,
That's
baby.
funny.
Oh,
That's funny.
jeez, this-
All right, you want to assume the position over here, dude? I got to
Yeah,
get
I
the
guess
F
you-
out of here.
Okay, we'll switch over. Go
And
ahead.
the thing
and,
is these clowns will take it personal, like it's
Where's-
like it's a
Oh,
big
whatever.
deal. I mean, come on,
Where's
boys.
Paul today?
Paul's a clown.
Paul's a clown.
Paul's a clown.
Paul, he's off. He was here yesterday. He's off today.
No, Tuesday's his day off. What are you talking about?
Okay.
You should
And then,
be-
of course, he's got to get paid for Juneteenth.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
Yep.
that's right.
Holiday pay.
yeah,
So-
yep, double time and a half
Yep.
on time 0 is
Yeah.
still 0.
Mhm. Yep.
Ah.
He's going to be sitting with me in the cooling room for
Cooling
about 2
center.
hours. So
All right, I'm going to go ahead and hit a couple of commercials here. You guys can go ahead and rotate.
okay,
And I'm. Are you going to be on still, or?
Yeah.
You guys going to be hanging and banging?
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. See you in a minute.
Better it burns.
Much better.
So much better it burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better it burns.
You buy better, it burns, you buy better.
The Burns Agency is a full-service organization with insurance products ranging from business owner policy needs to personal insurance like home, auto, and umbrella. Some companies can make that a one-stop shop. That's why we value partnering with insurance companies like Arbella Insurance. Like us, they offer a range of insurance coverage for our valued clients. Having your most valuable assets covered by a single insurance carrier, serviced by a local agent, is priceless. The Burns Agency proudly partners with Arbella to bring you insurance coverage at competitive pricing. The Burns Agency, proudly serving Eastern Connecticut since 1932.
Better,
Better it burns.
much better.
So much better it burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better it burns.
You buy better, it burns, you buy better.
All right. What's
Then
the
hit
next one?
strain.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it.
You said it was right next to it.
Oh, there it is.
Okay.
Has arrived. They're your local auto super center. Put some excitement in your day and rent a Polaris Slingshot from Strain Family Motors, adjacent to the Green Onion Restaurant on River Road. Check out Strain Family Motors Super Center on Facebook as well as strainfamilymotors.com for everything sales, service, and excitement.
River Road, Lisbon, Strain Family Motors, your local auto super center.
All right, welcome back. And
Back?
it's Kathy and I.
We're back.
We're back. And put on the famous mic headset. And okay, so
So the Celtics
finally
won.
got rid of them. All right. Finally, get some calmness in the room. So I see him in the morning, right? He's trying to pay his phone bill because they shut his phone down
Oh my god!
because he was late paying his phone bill. So he's struggling with
Because
that.
he was out.
He was
yeah.
already wound up
He
before I
was-
even said good morning. I gave him his coffee and
And
donut.
you gave him his caffeine, wind him up a little bit more.
Then he tells me he's got to leave at 9, get to his grandson's swim lesson because they changed that around. Of course, he didn't get told that till like 8:30 this morning.
Right, of course. It's like maybe so. I feel like it's not just me then, because it's already been one of those mornings for me as well. It's just like I woke up and it's just bang bang, just one thing after
I know
another.
it's just awful.
I-
Being retired, I run
don't
into that
wanna
all the time.
Hear it, yeah. Whatever. Don't you have a deck to go work on or something?
I'm done with that for now. I got the furniture on it. I just need to get my grill and my big table on it, and I'm done. So there you go.
Ugh.
Put everything on it, then I can clean up everything else.
I started scrubbing my deck, like we have like the Trex deck
Yeah.
stuff, and I started scrubbing that, and I only got about halfway until I was bored with it. So I still have to finish that. But now with the heat and
You
everything,
get a pressure washer.
I know, and I was thinking about it, but it's like it's a small space. It's
For that
not
stuff?
huge. I'm like, I'll just whatever. I could use the exercise, so I'm like, I'll just do it all by hand. So I've got my hose up there, and I got my scrub brushes.
Oh,
and
look
I'm
at
just
them biceps.
doing-
Oh, yeah.
So I'm just doing it all by hand, but it just takes a while.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, that's been my project, is trying to get that done. And the dog's upset because I moved the furniture around on the deck, and she doesn't like that the furniture's moved around. So now she goes out on the deck and she's like, she doesn't like it. So
Dog's got ADD.
Yeah, probably. It's a family trait.
Not only that, but winning stuff too. Oh my word!
Oh my gosh.
What did Nick say about that?
I brought it home and I was like, hey, you won this, and he's like, oh, no way. And he opened it up right away. He's like, flares. And I was like, no.
Not
No,
in the house.
we're not doing flares.
All of a sudden, we get a call out
Exactly.
to the Wassalik's house.
Yeah. I'm like, we're not doing flares. No.
Nope, that wouldn't be good. There's a reason why you got flares, for emergencies on
Right.
the road.
Yep. And then he's going through it, trying to see what he's got going on and what's in there. And, he was
It's a car safety kit he won, so yeah, that's good.
Yep. So, although I think he put it in his truck. I don't remember seeing it this morning on the counter. So I think he put it in his truck. But
Okay.
yeah, so he was all excited about that.
And here we are. We got a couple comments. We got Rachel, informational and funny, she says.
Yeah.
Question mark? Come on.
That's what I said.
We're
I'm like,
funny. I think we're kind of funny. We get a few laughs out there, right?
I think they're laughing at us, not with us, Wayne.
Let's see. Then Laura Canup says she doesn't have tomorrow off, sadly. She says good morning. And America runs on Duncan. That's maybe where he got that.
Yeah,
from. So we
I
do
think
have a
so.
couple comments here. He didn't say that, though, amongst all his complaining about Facebook. Facebook, his phone bill. What else?
It's just a rough morning.
The swim time being changed around.
Almost feels like a Monday.
Oh,
Feels like a Monday. Just, ugh.
I'm not looking forward to Thursday at all.
Thursday? What's Thursday?
Food drive, standing out.
Oh,
in the
that's
heat,
right. Yes.
Standing out.
Yeah.
And Friday, I got a golf tournament, and it looks like thunderstorms
Of course.
and rain. And I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to text somebody there, see if we're still doing it. Probably tomorrow. I'll call
Where are
them
you
tomorrow.
playing?
Richmond in Rhode Island.
Mm-hmm.
It's a decent course. It's a good course for a bunch of people that don't play a lot of golf.
Yeah.
You
Good.
know, it's fairly flat, straight. Usually find your ball if you hit it in the woods.
Yeah.
So, and I haven't played a lot, so I expect to be in the woods a lot. So there you go.
And you have to play it where it lies, right?
Well, we play a scramble, so you pick the best ball.
Gotcha. Yep. I was
Yeah.
thinking Happy Gilmore,
No,
or like
yeah.
you have to play it where it lies.
Yeah, that's typically
Mhm. That's all I know. That's about
when you
my.
play regular golf or whatever. Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah,
Play it where it
that's
lies, or you can
my-
take a drop and a stroke penalty.
Yeah, I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, there you go.
Play it where it
Anyway.
lies. I learned. I did a scramble once. Obviously, I don't play golf, And that was where I learned how to pee in the woods without peeing on my shoes.
Yeah.
It's
And then
a
she looked around and
talent.
said, "Look, there's a bunch of balls in here."
It's a talent. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
I remember
it
we
is,
were
yeah.
out there playing the scramble, and we were far away from like anywhere that I could use a bathroom. Like, oh my gosh, I have to pee. And they're like, "This is how you do it."
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
So you must have been playing with 3 other women.
One other woman and 2 or 3 guys on the team. Yeah.
Oh.
So she like watched. She was like my lookout.
Oh, she was.
Yeah.
looking.
She showed me how to do it, and then she was my lookout.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Yeah. Good
For those
times.
dirty old guys.
That's how
keep them away.
That's what I learned
She's
playing
probably
golf.
holding up a 5-iron too to keep them away. You know, don't go over here. I hit you with my 5-iron.
She was rough. She was ex-military. She probably
Yeah.
would have, she would have
Okay.
hauled off and nailed him if she needed to. Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yep.
So, what else is going on? around
Celtics
here?
won.
Celtics won their 18th banner.
Yep.
Talking about banners, no.
Yeah.
18th championship. Congratulations to them.
Yep. Boston was buzzing with excitement last night. Streets were flooded and all that. They have the duck boat thing happening on Friday at 11. I saw that pop up for anyone who may be going up to the Boston area.
Yeah.
I also heard Boston Logan Airport has been extremely busy. So if you're flying out of Boston anytime soon or over the summer, they said get there much earlier than you normally would.
Yeah. So I recently traveled a few weeks ago and coming from west to east, which is always a challenge, out of Chicago, Midway.
Ugh.
You know, my flight, as soon as I turned my phone off of airplane mode, I got a couple updates. Your flight's delayed 45 minutes. Then it was delayed another 10 minutes. I'm like, oh, here we go. And I already had a 2-hour layover. But anyway, I go in the airport and I'm looking, and there's like half of the flights had issues that were listed on there that were supposed to be connecting or whatever. So.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with air travel lately. You got doors blowing off when you're up there. Turbulence is insane. Delays are crazy. I don't know what is happening.
Well, I just saw something in the news this morning. They're talking about Boeing whistleblowers, and people have been told to keep quiet. Now they got a new whistleblower, I guess, spilling the beans. And
you kind of saw that coming with all the issues that they've had lately.
So my dad worked for Boeing for over 30 years
Wow, really?
in Seattle. So he would not be happy,
Mm-mm.
you know,
Nope.
with their quality control right now. So,
Mm-mm.
yeah. So, yeah, a lot of stuff going on.
I saw yesterday, or was it last night? There were videos of apparently there was an accident in the tunnel leading to the airport, the Logan Airport.
Yeah.
And so the highway was shut down. People were jumping out of their Ubers and walking and running with their luggage to the airport because it was faster. Because the cars were just stopped. They couldn't go anywhere.
Oh, my God.
So you see people coming out of the tunnel with their luggage, rolling their luggage toward the airport. Like, that's what they were like, you need to leave like plenty of time or take the train if you can.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
yeah, it's, yeah. And I was thinking about, because all my folks that I work with, I'm supposed to be in France this week. And all my folks that I work with all left Sunday and yesterday to go over there. And so I was texting all of them, like, you guys get stuck, and they were all fine. They didn't they weren't affected by it, but I was like, oh, you're lucky because it was shut down.
Yeah, it's not fun.
Mm-mm.
And I'm not going to miss the Seattle traffic when I was driving in to get the plane to come back, because that
I
was,
can imagine.
you know, I left like 3 hours before my flight because I knew it should have taken me only like 30 minutes to get to the car rental place. And but it took me like almost an hour
With traffic, yeah.
because of the traffic in the morning.
Yep.
So
That's what it's like in Boston. I mean, you can't go anywhere. It takes you an hour to get a mile. It's ridiculous.
Yep.
Between all the pedestrian traffic, the lights, and just the congestion, it's awful.
Well,
really
it's just
bad.
amazing. You know, my parents moved to this town, Buckley, Washington, 20 some years ago, and it was pretty wide open. And now it's like, oh my God, it's congested. You don't want to be out and about between, and you want to be out and about after 9 and before 3, pretty much. That's when everybody goes to work and before they leave from work.
Yep.
Rachel says it's important life skills and how to pee in the woods without peeing on your shoes.
It is, right?
Yeah.
For girls, you
Yeah.
guys you have no idea how difficult it can be being a girl.
No, I
You guys have it
Listen,
so much easier.
no, we have it so much easier, but we have to hear about it. Okay.
Let me tell
We
you.
understand it's a lot harder for girls when they're out and about and there's no
Mhm.
bathroom
Facilities.
around.
Yeah. And
So-
that was a life lesson because I've used that many times since.
And
When
I'm
I've
going to tell you
needed to.
something. And some women don't like porta johns at all.
Ugh.
Not
I
at
think
all.
I'd almost rather pee in the woods
Yeah,
than one
well.
of those things.
Yeah.
They're nasty.
They can be if they're not maintained properly.
Ugh.
Yes.
Yeah,
So.
they're pretty gross.
Let's see. What else we want to talk about? We talked about lousy air flying and
Air travel.
heat
yeah.
coming. So if anybody wants to know if anybody gets stuck out in the heat and they need to cool off, Jewett City Fire Department downstairs will be open from 12 to 5 Wednesday and 12 to 5 Friday. And I'm not sure about Thursday. I'm sure there'll be a message put out on the town website. I looked last night. There wasn't really anything on there yet. So
Public Health and Safety may put it out. They have a Facebook page. If you
Yep.
guys don't follow Public Health and Safety, they do have a Facebook page here for Griswold. So they may put something out too.
it should be.
I
It
would
should be out
imagine.
there. It should be like a flash here
Yeah.
because they did that for the guy running around with the gun that left the scene
Right.
of the
That,
accident
like yeah.
a week or so ago.
Actually, the borough, I could ask the Lori if maybe she'll put if I don't know if we have the Nixle for the borough residents. I don't know if there's a cost associated with it, but we may be able to put something out that way. But we could put it on the borough website as well,
Okay.
so we could do that.
All right.
So I was looking at international days for today. Clean your aquarium day.
Damn, I forgot.
Uh-huh.
I used to have one when I was a kid.
Oh, here's one. I'm already International Panic Day.
Yeah, well, Mike already met his goal for that today.
International Panic Day.
Yeah.
That's interesting. And International
And-
Picnic Day.
Kathy does not panic when she's running late because that's normal. So,
Yeah, that's nothing to panic about. I'll get there eventually.
we'll get there
It's
eventually.
fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. Sushi Day.
Sushi day.
Mm-hmm.
My daughter will like that. She likes sushi.
I don't.
I'm not a big sushi
Me,
person.
me neither. Fishing Day.
There you go. Fishing day.
Yep. Today's a good day for fishing. Cherry Tart Day. Oh, they have panic. Wait a minute. Hold on. It's International Panic Day and National Panic Day. So we get to double celebrate Panic
Oh.
Day.
Well, maybe they should have had the National Panic Day the day after the debate. Then we get all panicked.
Yeah.
This is what we got.
that debate's going to be interesting.
I don't know. You know if I'm going to watch it.
I don't know if, like, I think it could probably turn into those people who like to indulge in adult beverages. It would probably be a good drinking game. You could turn that debate into a really good
Yeah.
drinking game.
So
For every time, like, one of them falls off the stage, you take a shot. For every time one of them says, "This is the best ever," take a shot.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
You could, you'd be like toasted 5 minutes into it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We
And then
got
the
more
rest of the
jobs
debate would be
created in the
great.
last 3 years than ever. Blah blah blah. Well, we did have COVID, Joe. You know that.
That doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't
I
matter.
can't believe they're doing. See, this is how out of touch I've been with a lot of that stuff. I had no idea they were even planning a debate. I never thought in a million years Biden would go for a debate, first of all. But if you're saying they're putting a bunch of like rules and they're going to be controlling it,
There's some
a
kind
lot
of,
that makes sense.
they
I
were
can see
talking about that. I was watching was it Gutfield last night, and they were talking about the rules and stuff like that.
It'll be interesting.
So-
I'm surprised Trump's even willing to. I hate to say waste his time, but like even bother with it. I don't
And
know.
if he can
I
learn
mean,
to tone it down, he'll come off better.
I don't think it's going.
Actually,
to,
the mute button for him would probably work to his advantage.
yeah, it probably will. I agree. Yeah, because he needs
So-
to learn to like shut the trap
yeah,
sometimes.
just let
Most of the time.
let Joe say his piece, and then when it's his turn, he can whatever
Hmm.
reply.
But I don't feel like. I mean, if you look at poll numbers,
Yeah.
he's already up. So what is he going to gain by doing this debate? I think if anything, he could lose. I just don't see that he could gain anything by doing the debate. So I'm surprised he's actually doing it.
I'm just going to be interested who he's going to pick as his running mate. He hasn't done that yet.
Mm-mm.
And they were talking
there
last
been
night that
rumors?
this is an early debate. He's got like 5 or 6 people, I think, that's on the short list.
Is
But,
Dr. Phil one of them?
Dr. Phil? No.
I was wondering if he was.
Nope.
And of course, DeSantis, I've heard DeSantis may be on that, but I've also heard DeSantis is saying he's not going to leave Florida. I hope it's not. Who's that wacky chick from South Carolina, the blonde? Marjorie
No,
Taylor.
she's
Oh,
not. No.
she's a. I hope it's not.
I don't know.
I hope she's not on the list because that would not be
Haley
good.
might be on it.
That would be odd because they
Scott, the guy, was it Tim Scott? One of the guys that was running. So he's got, he's got 5 or 6 people, I guess, that are rumored to be on the short list.
When does he have to announce?
I'm thinking before the RNC National.
That's the one in Milwaukee, right?
Yeah.
And that's in July. That's next month.
Yeah.
I was asked to
Actually,
go
his
to that.
debate's really early. They were,
This is
typically
early.
it doesn't happen until they, go through their conventions and stuff. And
Yeah, this is early. Yeah, it's happening.
so-
When's the Democratic convention? Do you know?
I don't know.
Do you-
Ask Joe. Does Joe know?
Do you think there's a chance that they have kind of a backup candidate in case Joe gets to the point where he just physically is unable to even get out of bed?
I don't know.
Has there been any rumors
They
about
kept
that?
showing that video that he was at some convention thing or something like that. I think it was the Hollywood fundraiser. He was up there, standing up there with Obama, and Obama took him by the wrist and let him off the stage. And the way he was walking just didn't look right.
No, and it bothers me not whether I'm a Biden fan or not. I feel bad for the guy. I think it's horrible that they are that he's in that position, and it's like elder abuse. I don't know how they're getting
mentioned
away
that.
with it.
One of the co-hosts on there mentioned that. Says they just thought it was absolutely appalling that they're having this guy run.
Mm-hmm.
And you can just see what's happening, and it's they don't have anybody else. It's like,
And
but anyway,
it'll be interesting to see what happens. I mean, the
There's
next
gotta
few
be,
months will definitely be.
and the thing was, that, several months ago, the Democrats were saying the same thing with the Republicans. I can't believe they got the only guy they got running is Trump.
Yeah.
That lunatic. Yada
Mhm.
yada yada yada
Yeah.
yada yada. Same thing, but now we got it on the other side.
Mhm.
We got a guy who seemingly doesn't look like he's fit to be president right
He
now.
doesn't look like he's fit to even be by himself in a nursing home.
So
I mean, like,
just by all the videos, and,
Mhm.
and then you got the left media sitting there saying, "Well, they're all doctored up." Says they're not doctored up.
mhm. Yeah,
It's a video, but what they do is they edit out the part that
They
Obama took him
both-
by the wrist. They
both
just show him
sides
leading him
edit.
off with his
Yeah,
back.
of course.
But-
Both sides edit.
you can't add something like that.
Well, nowadays, unfortunately, you can with
AI,
AI.
you
There's
know
so
what?
much stuff you can manipulate
Yeah,
with
but you got
AI.
so many cameras out there, and
It's true.
so many people
Mhm.
taking this footage that
Yeah, you'll end up seeing
you end up going to
seeing it. Yeah.
seeing it.
Personally, I think it'd be great if we had 2 different candidates, one on either side, just younger and a little more, down to earth, a little more, understanding of what's happening.
What's
and
happening in America and what really
The average
what the
American-
majority of Americans are
Mhm.
concerned about.
Yep.
Get out
it's-
there, stop worrying about,
Mhm.
all this other stuff. Because I'll tell you what, if we don't have economic stability and security in this nation, all the other stuff will go away.
Yeah.
All this other little stuff we're complaining about will all go away because somebody will just come in here and say, "Hey, your rights are all gone now.
Mhm.
Forget about it."
Yeah, and that's and a lot of people think, oh, that would never happen. But unfortunately, I mean, we keep heading in the direction we're heading, and it's not going to be that far fetched of a
Nope.
thought, unfortunately. But so the next few months will be interesting.
Yeah,
We'll see what happens, and if you haven't registered to vote, call your town registrar and get your
Yeah.
name on the list to vote. So you can do that in November.
Rachel says one thing about the debates: they will be funny, but probably not informational.
She's
Oh,
probably right.
that's a little turn on what she said about informational and funny
Yeah,
for us.
right. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
are we
And
either?
she's
Are we
probably-
funny and informational or neither? So
But she's probably right. I'm telling you, it'd be a good drinking game.
yeah,
Mhm.
I think
Unfortunately.
I just the way they're coming about with the rules and everything like that, and they're all going to have questions are already genned up, and they're all going to be horsed up on it, and,
Mhm.
and they're probably going to have some kind of cocktail ready for Biden, so he's got all kinds of energy and fired up like he was for the State of the Union.
Mhm.
You know, because you never saw him like that
Mm-mm.
the rest
Mm-mm.
of the time.
No.
So
No, unfortunately. It's just
yeah, it's not to beat the guy up, but it's just sad that he's being
it's just realistic.
put in this position.
And I will not be surprised if something pops up where the debate's not able to continue. Like if it has to be postponed
It's
or
only
something.
9 days away.
Wouldn't
But that might be
surprise
the other
me.
reason why they want to get it this earlier, because if they wait another couple months,
Mhm.
you know,
Yeah. Who knows?
if it's that bad and the Democratic Party knows it's that bad, then he ought to be responsible and get another candidate.
I agree. But we'll see what happens.
Whatever.
Talking about National Panic Day. It's also National Splurge Day. So if you want to go out and splurge on something,
I'm on a
today's the
fixed
day to
income.
do it.
I'm on a fixed income. I can't really do that unless
come on, with
unless
all
I
the-
ask my wife.
With all
Honey,
the
can I go
bonus money
splurge?
you get from here, this is your side gig.
I'm
I mean-
breaking. Actually, I'm losing money.
You are. And it's also National Wanna Get Away Day.
Want to get away?
Mm-hmm.
I'm good.
And then,
Although I'd like to go see my son down in Atlanta, but not right now
oof,
because I'm sure it's really hot and humid down there this
yeah, it
week.
probably is. And then what is this? Sustainable Gastronomy Day. The hell does that mean?
Gastronomy?
Yeah, like your gut, like gastro. I don't know.
Gastrointestinal
Sustainable
stuff?
Gastronomy Day.
Oh boy.
And then Wear Blue Day, which apparently you got the memo on.
I'm wearing blue.
So
Where do these people come up with this stuff?
Sustainable Gastronomy Day is a special holiday that is dedicated to sustainable cuisine that promotes food security, agricultural development, sustainable food production, nutrition, and the conservation of biodiversity. So food waste, such as the produce thrown away by consumers, amounts to a financial loss of about $1 trillion annually. I want to know who keeps track of that. How do people know that it's like, who keeps track of those?
How much stuff gets
figures?
thrown away?
How much stuff gets thrown away and how much it amounts to? Because whoever's keeping track of those, we need them in like, you know, they need to be part of the government to keep track of all the money we're sending out of the country. Like how do you know that? All right, anyway.
I think it's estimates. They can't be right on the money.
I mean, yeah. It was established to draw the world's attention to the role that sustainable gastronomy can play in terms of sustainable development. So that's what Sustainable Gastronomy Day is.
We're thinking about gut health, and they're talking about agriculture.
Yeah, like agriculture and I don't know. But it's Wear Blue Day.
All right.
So
Blue Day.
and with the heat coming, I would say not to wear black like I am.
Yeah, we're like very light, bright colors.
Drink your water.
Yeah. I'll be out there Thursday wearing my yellow. Not the jacket though.
I gotta see if I can do Thursday. I forgot all about it. Thursday is the food drive at 4, starts at 4, right? 4. We get there earlier, but I think it technically is supposed to
Yeah, I
start
think it's
at
supposed
4.
to be 4.
Yep, so I can do that. So
I'll be there about a little after 3.
yep,
'Cause
food
the traffic,
drive
they
and
start lining up earlier.
so anyone that's coming to the United Way food drive in that heat, be patient because tempers tend to flare when the heat gets to you. But bring water with you because you'll be sitting in your car for a while.
Oh, if you're
And
sitting in an
just
air
be
conditioning car and you got the guy, trying to get you in line and move up a little bit more, he's standing out in the heat, so be a little bit patient.
Yep.
And
Yeah,
the
we're
people
gonna have
handing you the
to-
food, they're going to be dealing with the heat. So
We're gonna have to wear our sunscreen.
Yeah.
I feel
I'll get it in my eye again and irritate the hell out of it. I hate that
feel like
stuff.
we need to get those umbrella hats.
Hey, look at that dork.
That day it was raining. I'm
Yeah.
like, I could really use one of those right now, but it would work for the sun too. You know, just one of those little.
So I bought
umbrella
a hat, a
hats.
golf hat that keeps the sun out of my face, my neck,
Yeah,
covers my ears. I'll probably
yeah,
be
you
wearing
probably
that.
should wear that.
And I was wearing that one day working on the deck, and I guess my daughter saw me wearing it because she came over to work on some stuff, and telling my wife, "Oh, he looks really goofy with that hat on out there." You know, but when you burn like I do,
Yeah.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
you need
I'm
to
the
have that
same way.
protection.
Yep. I'm the same way. And sunscreen like burns. I put it on and it like I have such sensitive skin. It burns my skin. Like I'll get like rashes from it and stuff. So I have to be careful with it. But yeah, so Thursday should be interesting. Of course, the hottest day. It always works like that. It's either raining, hot, like freezing cold. Like there's just we always get the extremes on the Thursdays that we need to do food
We've
distribution.
had a couple nice days.
There-
The last
there's
last
some.
one, I don't think you were
I
at the
didn't
last
do the
one.
last one.
That one wasn't too bad. That was didn't rain. The one before that, however,
Mm-hmm.
we
That
were
one was
soaked and you
bad.
got sick.
Yeah, that one was bad.
So that we were all soaked. From
Yeah, that sucked.
And we had one
that
car
sucked.
stuck in the mud trying to leave
Yeah.
after it was over with. So,
Yep. So Thursday, 4:00 for that. For anyone who needs that. What else is going on this week? Do we have anything else? I haven't checked the calendar or anything for the town. I don't know what is happening this week at all. Oh, the senior center I know has a whale watching trip coming up, and you do not need to be a senior or a member of the senior center to go. It's open to anybody. You just have to. I think you have to contact them to sign up for it, and I think that's out of Boston. Like it's like a bus trip up there. I saw that it was posted just recently. So anyone interested in that, I always wanted to go on one of those.
what was it?
It's like a whale watching trip or
Oh, yeah?
something. I'll see if I can find it on here. I thought I saw it posted on their page. But I had asked if you needed to be, a member, and they said no. So I thought that was pretty cool. But you can contact the it's not, I don't see it on their page anymore, but maybe it's full now. But you could contact the Grizzle Senior Center through Facebook. They're pretty responsive. Message them through Facebook if you're interested.
Okay.
They may be full now. Like I said, I don't see it on here anymore. So, because I think they had a few spots open, but.
Well, I will put out something. I know the first selectman, Tina, is looking for some people to help to support watching the cooling centers. So if you're interested in doing that, contact the first selectman's office
To volunteer
to volunteer
sit there.
to sit and watch over the people that are coming in to cool off 12 to 5 on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I don't know where it's at Thursday. I'm assuming it's at the library or the town hall, but the fire department will be open Wednesday and Friday from 12 to 5.
Okay. Oh yeah,
So-
because the town hall closes, I think, at 1 on Fridays. They close
Friday,
early. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. And I mean, and you don't have to go to a cooling center. I mean, if that's a good time to go to, local shopping, get your shopping done or whatever.
Yep.
Go, walk around. I hate to say it, but the Crystal Mall, it's still open. You can still walk around in there just to get some steps in and stay cool. There are things you could do. I believe the splash pad is open down on School Street. There are options. You don't have to go sit at the firehouse, but it certainly is an option for those local folks that don't want to,
Yep.
or are not able to go any further.
And don't bring your pets to the firehouse, please.
Oh yeah.
Do not do that if you're going to come.
Yep. And during all this heat, check on your neighbors. Make sure your neighbors are good. Make sure your pets have plenty of water, all that stuff.
Okay.
It's just like in winter when, you get like the first snow and you have to remind everybody how to drive and, how to stay warm, keep stuff in your car in case you get stuck, same thing with
Don't
the
be
heat.
drinking this stuff.
Yeah, you're not supposed to be, but
Don't be
that's all
drinking
right.
that stuff because,
right.
it doesn't help.
Yeah.
Drink
Mom,
a lot of water. Water's the best thing for you.
I'm curious. I told my son this is the first time that he's really working like a real job in this type of heat outside. And I warned him last night. I said, make sure you have a ton of water with you. Mom, I got it. I know. I'm just saying it's going to be hot. So we'll see how he comes home tonight because they have training tonight for the firehouse. So it'll be interesting to see how he does working all day and then coming home and
Yep.
doing training.
And really
that
the best
heat.
way to do it is to hydrate the day before.
Yep. Yeah, the day of is almost too late at that point.
I mean, it's better than nothing, but you're supposed to,
Mhm.
drink up, the night before, and then you go into work and you're ahead of the game.
Mm-hmm.
And then you drink up during the day also.
Yep.
So, and especially as you get older, as I found out, as I hit my 50s or whatever, I need to drink a lot more water, hydrate. If you don't, you start getting dizzy.
Yep. And the opposite end of that, there is such thing as drinking too much. So you don't want to overdo it. You can have water intoxication and it can be a very serious health issue. So you don't want to overdo it, but it would take a lot to overdo it, but keep that in mind as well.
And when you do use the bathroom, take a look at the color of your urine. That tells you if it's very, very yellow, dark yellow, then you really need to start drinking, until it gets to like a real pale yellow.
Yep.
So that's a sign that you need to be drinking a lot of water.
Mm-hmm. Especially the next
when you're
few
in the
days.
woods, take a look at your color of your urine. Make sure you're not splashing it on your white shoes.
That's right. There is a special technique, I have to say.
Yeah.
But my daughter's texting me. Oh my God, kids.
Mom.
My God.
Mom.
Ugh.
It's funny you were mentioning that, and I was watching my 2-year-old a couple of weeks ago, and it was like, Mom, to my daughter.
It doesn't stop.
Mom.
Oh
She's
my
like,
God.
she's looking at me. Oh my God. I said, get used to it. And then the other one, a little bit later, same thing. Mom.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah. Oh yeah. My kids they're older and they still do it.
Yeah.
It drives me. I'm like, what?
It's
what
never
do you want?
gonna stop. And my wife's had to put up with it longer than me from both of my kids.
Right. Yep.
Because when I was at work, I never carried my cell phone around because I had a remote phone for work with me all the time, and so they could never really get a hold of me, right? So you would contact MB all the time, and I would come home. Will you carry your cell phone around?
Start forwarding some of the
especially my
calls
son
to
would
you.
call me up and ask me about car stuff or something like that. He's in Atlanta or something like that, and it was like I'd finally get back to him like a couple. Don't worry, Dad, I got it taken care of already. Mom helped me out, so yeah.
Oh, I get the random. Nick will call me for just dumb stuff. There was one night he called me, Mom, have a pen and paper ready. I have an idea in my head and I got to draw it out as soon as I get home. I'm pulling up to the house in a couple of minutes. What the hell kind of phone call is that? Like what? He came running in. Where's the paper? Gave him a paper and pen. He drew out, sketched out something. He's like, all right. And then he just he was off. I'm like, okay. He's like a tornado. But I get calls like that or just random questions, whatever.
Oh.
And then they're like, all right, thanks, bye.
You're never done being a parent.
Nope.
Never.
Mm-mm.
No matter how old they get, you're always a parent.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure you guys talked about this yesterday, but how was Father's Day?
I wasn't here yesterday.
Oh.
But how was my Father's Day? It was good. I went to the in-laws' house because I couldn't use my deck yet because it was still drying. But now we can use it. I got the furniture on it and everything. So I just got to get a little muscle to help me get the grill up and the big table up there. And then,
Well, you got a firehouse full of muscle, so you can grab somebody
so
to help
I think
you.
I'll call Rich up in about an hour. He'll probably be up anyway. No.
He shouldn't be.
No, I saw him yesterday after the one call. I saw you. You drove by.
Yeah, I was babysitting my niece and nephew.
Yeah.
First day of them not being in school, and I work from home, so I also play babysitter during the summer.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was up. I'm like, I get home and I was like, you should be sleeping. Get your ass home. I saw he's been at the firehouse for like 40 minutes.
Yeah,
I'm
I
like,
saw him at the firehouse.
Get
I said,
home.
what are you doing here? You should be going home and sleep. I said, I already slept 2 hours. I said,
yeah.
Okay. In between calls, I slept. Okay.
That's what I told him. I was like, get your ass home. You're supposed to be in bed. So he came home, went back to bed, woke up at 5, got ready for work, and left again.
That's what they do.
That's what they do.
That's what they do. So yeah. And then we had the meeting last night, and I got that call
during the meeting
all the way out by Tamarack Lodge out there.
And then you were turned around, right?
And they had turned Jewett City around. But by the time I got there, I hadn't got that message till I got there. I just stayed there and helped the other fire police direct traffic.
Which I'm sure they
for
appreciate.
20 minutes.
Yeah.
Until all the fire trucks went away. So it wasn't a huge issue, thank God. So.
Yeah, that's and I hate to even say it, but there was another bike accident this morning in Preston.
Yeah.
Keep your head on a swivel. when you guys are driving. Yeah, Route 2 was shut down. I don't know if it still is, but it was shut down in front of anyone who's been around here a while, in front of Moran's. They redid it. Now it's a new gas station. But from what I read, somebody was pulling out and a bike was going and
Going how fast? 'Cause I'm telling you, you know where my house is.
Mhm.
I'm not far from 395.
No, I'm sure you can
And
hear
I
them.
can hear some of these
Mhm.
bikes. You know, it's
Flying
it's
by,
not just
yeah.
bikes. I hear some, like muscle cars too,
Mhm.
flying up,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's like, really?
Mhm.
And I hear these bikes just flying down a
Mhm.
highway, and it's like, oh, there's another one.
Yeah, you're just waiting for the
I'm
your
waiting
phone
for the
to go
squealing.
off.
I'm waiting for
Mhm.
the squealing.
Yep. Yeah. So just keep your head on a swivel.
Yep.
Slow the
And no
F
matter what you
down.
do, I was coming back from gymnastics with my youngest granddaughter because we're supposed to watch her for a little bit, and I'm just paying attention. All of a sudden, I hear this bike go right by me. Had to be doing 100. Had to be screaming by me, and my granddaughter started crying because she was
Get scared.
scared.
Mhm.
And it jolted me a
Well,
little
because
bit
they're
too.
loud, and they come
Yeah.
out of nowhere, and it's like,
And I'm like, why
they
are you
get
doing
ya.
that, dude? And then he got
'Cause
off
they
the next
can.
exit. It's
Yeah.
like, really?
Mhm.
And these are mechanical things. Mechanical things can break at any minute. And if you're
Mhm.
going 100 miles
Oh,
an
yeah.
hour, you get a problem.
Yep.
You might as well, make sure your insurance is paid up.
Well,
because-
I think about that too, and it's not just mechanical, but what if there's something in the road
Yeah.
that you can't see because you're going so fast you don't even notice it, and you hit that, and there's always crap,
dead animals,
in the right,
maybe a pothole,
or
whatever.
what if a deer
yeah.
comes running out in
Yeah.
front of you,
Oh,
or
yeah.
I mean, you have no time to react. I mean, it's
Nope.
hard to react when you're doing the speed limit, let alone
Yep.
going that fast. So
I
it
don't
just
know.
there was one day I was leaving Costco and a bike, didn't even see him, and all of a sudden, I mean, he was a blur. He blew right by me, and I was doing probably almost 80, and he blew by me like I was standing still. And I text Rich because he was working at the time, and I'm like, if you get a call for a bike accident, this is why. And he's like, all right. And I was so waiting to see, like, up ahead that there was, he had crashed or something.
Yep.
Thank God I didn't see anything, but I mean, when you're going to drive like that, it's a matter of time. It's not if, but when. But
Yeah.
so
It's
keep your head on a
summertime
swivel. Yep.
And these younger guys or women or whatever riding around bikes like this think they can live forever. And,
Yeah. Yep. Younger folks.
So-
We were one of those at one point
Yeah,
too,
we
where we
did
thought
some-
we were invincible, and I'm sure
I
we
never
did dumb
drove
stuff too.
100 mile an hour though. And the car that I had when I was young couldn't go 70 mile an hour. Okay. Or 60 barely. 3 on a tree.
Oh yeah. I remember
Uh,
we were going down to Union Station in New Haven to get the train to go into the city one day, and we were running late, naturally, because
Yeah.
that's what we do. And my sister-in-law at the time, my brother was driving. We were all in a car or SUV, and my sister-in-law is like, "Oh, I've never done 100 before." My brother starts laughing, and he goes, "Yes, you have." And we made it to the train. Literally, we jumped on the train, and the doors closed behind us. Like,
Yeah.
we just made it. That's probably the only time I've ever gone that fast. I don't think I've ever driven that fast.
I've been
but-
in a car that's gone that fast.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep, that was that time. And I
That was
like,
when it
oh,
was
just-
Route 52, not 395.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh my
That was
gosh.
a long time ago. I was still in the Navy, and the guy just bought a brand new Pontiac Firebird, a muscle engine and stuff.
Mhm.
And let's see how fast this thing can
Yeah,
go.
you want to see what it can do, especially at that age.
And it was,
you know?
you don't think about it. I'm
No, of
strapped
course
in the
not.
back seat, and we're flying, and I'm like,
This isn't a good idea.
I'm
Yeah.
waiting for the flashing lights to come on.
Mm-hmm.
But up there, and back then,
Yep.
especially if you're in the Navy, just throw them your ID
And usually you
card.
can.
They go, keep it down there, son.
Yeah,
Slow
I'll
it
give you a
down.
verbal warning.
Slow it down.
Mm-hmm.
Get back on base. I want to see you out here the rest of the night.
Yep.
Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
that kind of
Well, and
stuff.
I'm sure the Groton cops and Waterford Newland, I'm sure they're used to seeing.
I think it's a lot
Seeing
different
that.
these days, though. It's
Yeah?
a lot different. So,
Hmm.
all right. So,
Oh, I hear the bells.
you're the bells.
I didn't hear them this
You
morning.
didn't hear them this morning.
Not until you told me
Well,
they were
that's
done
because
ringing.
you kept hearing, "Mom, mom,
Yeah.
mom,
Oh
mom."
my
Those were
God.
your bells this morning.
God, it was awful. Hey, I need my prescription filled. I need this. I need that. I'm like, I need to leave. Guys should have told me all this before now.
Oh yeah. Okay. So 10:00.
Mike said he was going to come back. He said he was going to be here 10:10,
10,
10:15.
10:20, something like that.
10:20. Because it says it went to 10.
Went to 10. Then he's got to drive
So,
back.
so yeah,
Yeah. So
I'm good till 11.
okay.
If you want to keep it going,
well, we could keep
up
it
to you.
going. You know,
want to keep it going?
I guess we could keep it going for a little bit
Oh.
longer. If anybody's got anything to say, or
We were, you know how you were talking about the cooling centers?
yeah.
Lori has posted on the Borough of Jewett City page the information. Tuesday, Grizzled Senior Center, 8 to 3:30. Slater Library, noon to 5. Wednesday, Jewett City Fire Department, 9 to 5. Slater Library, noon to 5. So the library is open tomorrow.
Oh, those are new hours. Jewett City Fire Department, 9 to 5.
Thursday.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because it was supposed to be 12 to 5.
12 to
Yeah.
5.
So I don't know who put this together, but it's 9 to 5. Thursday, Grizzled Senior Center, 8 to 4. Slater Library, 12 to 5. And then on Friday, Senior Center, 8 to 1.
Okay.
And then Jewett City Fire Department, 1 to 5. And Slater Library, 12 to 5.
Yeah, my wife just sent this to me too. So
Yep.
there you go.
So that was posted on the Borough of Jewett City. And I'll share it to some of the others that I have access to.
All right.
So
there you have
there
it.
you go for anyone who's needing cooling centers. Yep. And there may be some, I think in the past when they've opened, I'm not sure that they've actually ever been used, but
Paul
We'll
has sat there one time and he said nobody showed
nobody
up.
showed up. Yep.
So I'll bring a book.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You know, something to do.
And if you are going to come and hang out, you know, in the cooling centers, bring your chargers.
Yeah.
Chargers will not be supplied or anything like that. Bring your chargers, you know, maybe bring some water, bring your phone or, you know, whatever.
Yeah. Water will not be
Um,
supplied at the fire department unless
No.
the town supplies it to the fire department.
Yeah.
Yeah. So make sure you bring stuff that you're going to need.
Mm-hmm.
Food.
Yep. Any snacks or anything that you might want.
Yeah.
If you're going to DoorDash to the fire department, just make sure to update your address on the app so they don't deliver to your house.
Yep.
And my driver from last night thanked me for the tip I gave him
Oh, yeah.
on the app. You got to love that.
Yep. And Laura says she loves this hot weather.
I
So
do too.
you.
I love it.
I don't know if I
That's
love
why
it.
when you
I don't know
said-
if I'm going to love it that hot.
Well, when you said, oh, it's supposed to be like 88 today, and I'm like, oh, well, I mean, yeah, that's definitely warm, but that's not like hot to me is like what it's going to be like on Thursday. That's
Right.
hot. That's hot. And I don't
Yeah.
mind it. I'm okay with it.
We'll see how much she's smiling by the end of it.
I
But
really,
then again, it's going to be cooling off by then anyway. By the time we get there, it'll be at its peak and then
yeah,
it
it'll
starts
start
to cool off.
cooling. Mhm.
You know,
Yeah. You know, it was strange. You know how you hear like out west or like out west, you're like, oh, it's a dry heat. And I had always heard that and I didn't know what that meant and had never really experienced it until we went out to the Grand Canyon in September, beginning of September. And it was over 100 degrees,
Mhm.
but it was a dry heat. And you know how Rich is. I mean,
Yeah.
anything over 40 and he's sweating. And even he was okay. And it makes such a difference
Yep.
not having
The
that
humidity in the
humidity in the air.
Yeah.
Huge difference. And that was the first time I'd experienced it. And I'm like, okay, I get it now. Yep. When they say dry heat, it did not feel like it was as hot as it was.
yeah, I go out there every once in a while to see my sister in Palm Springs. So it's, you know, I was golfing. It was like 105 degrees out.
Mhm.
It was dry heat. But then one day I went out there and it wasn't a dry heat. It was
Ugh.
still 100 degrees.
Yeah. I couldn't believe the difference.
Yep.
It did not feel like it was 100, whatever it was. And we had been also in DC, I think the year before in like July timeframe. And we were walking around Arlington and it was 107 in Arlington when we were walking around there and it was hot. So, I mean, just the comparison of the two.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Arizona, nothing. The heat was not, it really wasn't that bad at all. But the downside to that is though you don't realize how hot it is. So you tend to overexert and get dehydrated much easier because you don't really feel the heat like you do with the humidity.
Yeah, we did the
So
same thing.
We had to be
I
careful.
went to DC with my son in July and it was maybe not 100 degrees, but it's still in the low 90s.
Mhm.
But it was still,
It's
still
toasty.
warm. And you're doing a lot of walking. A lot of walking.
Yep. Yeah. It's toasty.
Yep.
Have you checked the humidity for this week?
No, I haven't.
I wonder
checked the
how,
humidity.
like what is they call it? The real feel temp or whatever, like the feels like temp or
Heat. index.
Is that what it is? I don't
Yeah, heat
know.
index. They count the humidity and the temperature.
Yeah,
and come up with
together and like what it really is.
let's see. I got an app. I got the Weather Channel app.
Do you have you ever seen the app where it's like inappropriate? Like you bring it up for the day and it tells you, oh, it's going to be really effing hot today. And that's like your, I'll have to look and see
So
what
it
it's
says
called.
it's 79 right now, but it feels like 83.
It felt
because
pretty
that's-
toasty this morning.
Because that's they're adding the and of course I got a warning here, heat advisory.
Mhm.
Let's see.
Yeah, it felt warmer. I was out when I was out this morning. It was
So the humidity right now is 73%.
oh,
Dew point 69.
what's the difference between dew point and humidity? I thought they were the same. No, do we have any meteorologists out there? I never understood that.
No, so right now it's not too bad, but yeah,
It's gonna be hot.
yep. And then that's saying 88 tomorrow, 92 Thursday, and 87 Friday with a bunch of thunderstorms, 65% chance.
Ooh, I like thunderstorms. Although last time I said that, we got hit by like a microburst or something. So I need to be careful.
the tree.
Yeah,
Down goes Frasier.
that was the last time when I was like, oh yeah, I love storms, and then like whatever that was,
That
microburst,
was
little
the only time my
tornado,
wife said she was ever afraid was during that storm.
that
It
was
the wind
scary.
and the hail.
and it happened
And-
so quickly.
And she took the 2-year-old and went down in the basement to get
Mhm.
away from it. And
Yep.
I don't know, it was like 10 minutes. And then
Yeah,
she came upstairs and the big
Yep.
trees down.
it was scary.
So-
Luckily, we didn't have. I think we were just outside the path that it took.
Yeah.
But, so we didn't have a lot of damage.
Our neighborhood took a
but
hit,
Yeah, I definitely did.
and that path kept going
Mm-hmm.
across the highway. And I'm surprised we didn't have any car issues on 395 because it went across there and went towards Edmond Road, took
It-
down some.
It
Stuff
moved
there,
so
too.
quickly, though.
Yeah.
It went so fast. But yeah, yep, it was. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. I don't mind a little
No.
thunderstorm, but
We had something like that about 10 years ago. We had a hailstorm and stuff, and we were going home and we parked under an overpass. We were in Plainfield when we had that. And I came home and my back deck was covered in an inch of hail.
oh my God.
So, yeah.
Did you hear any complaints about the fireworks over the weekend?
No, I didn't hear any complaints.
There were people complaining about fireworks over the weekend.
They didn't know about them? It was a surprise. Surprise! Heroes Day. Only been talking about it for like a month or
Yeah.
so.
And
Hey, we had a vote too a couple weeks ago. Did you know that about town budget?
Well, it made me think because of the thunder, there were people on there, of course, oh, pets don't like fireworks, veterans, have trouble with fireworks and, the whole thing. And what was funny was there were several veterans that commented and were like, I don't see any veterans complaining about the fireworks. I see other people complaining about fireworks. And, you've had plenty of time to medicate your pets. You know they're happening. So there was one person that said, I asked, well, what are your suggestions other than fireworks?
Mhm.
What, and, she said, I'm sure there are meetings. I'll go to meetings and, and give my ideas. And I said, okay, well, rec commission meets, go to the website.
Yeah.
Here you go. Or you can contact the rec director. And I didn't get a response to that. So, but
no matter what you do, you're going to have a couple people
Yeah,
that
always
complain about
complain.
stuff, always complaining,
but
but they don't show up with any
Yeah.
resolutions.
Yep.
You know?
Well, and the funny thing too was, they were talking about, the loud noises. And so what about thunder? I mean, at least fireworks, you know in advance they're happening.
That's nature's
You know,
fireworks.
thunder, like thunder's no different other than you might have a few minutes or
How about some of these
like,
yahoos that drive around these vehicles with windows down and their music's up like 200 dBs, and I hate they see
rattling
those,
your windows.
in about 10, 30 years, they're not going to be able to hear.
Yeah.
But,
Mm-hmm.
it's motorcycles got that stuff. People
Yeah.
riding around motorcycles. You can hear the music coming
Mm-hmm.
before the motorcycle.
Yeah, you do. You do. And they're just loud to begin with.
So yeah, I mean,
But-
the fireworks happen around 4th of July. It's coming.
Yep.
I understand some people have concerns about it, but
But you can prepare for them.
yeah, but the majority of the people
Yeah.
want it, right?
Yep.
So this is America, and mostly the majority of the people want, to see fireworks.
Yep. One of the ideas was, and I've seen this too in other places where they're substituting drones. So they'll put drones up and put drones in like, cool little designs or whatever, but who's going to pay for that?
We saw, my daughter is a Disney fanatic. All right. And they had a video up. We were at the house the other week, and they have at Epcot now, they have this drone show.
Mm-hmm.
And it's amazing.
I'm sure
I mean, it's all digitally programmed and all that stuff.
Mhm.
And the stuff that they threw up in the sky, it was all drones with lights, changing colors, stuff like that. That was amazing. I was
Mhm.
just seeing it on the TV.
Mm-hmm.
And just imagine seeing it in person at
Yep.
Epcot, because they used to do the fireworks all
Mhm.
the time. Now they're doing the drone show instead because it's different. Because you do the fireworks at Magic Kingdom, you do the fireworks at Animal Kingdom.
Yeah. I saw
And studios.
The
other one.
Olympics.
Yep.
I want to say one of the Olympics, I think, was the first time that I saw the drones in place of fireworks. And it was really cool. The designs they could come up with, and, it was all synchronized, and it was really cool to watch. I don't know what the cost is of that. If it would be, I don't think it would be cheaper than fireworks, but maybe. But I mean, cost would obviously be a pretty big factor in substituting
Well,
that,
just the amount of drones you would have to buy,
or rent,
and then you'd
or
have to have
whatever.
the software and the
Mhm.
hardware to be able to control it
Mm-hmm.
and everything like that. But
Mm-hmm. And then you need somebody whoever the technical person is, to program it all.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure there are companies out there that probably do it where you can rent them or whatever.
I'm
but
sure it's not as cheap as fireworks,
probably not. I would
So,
imagine
yep.
not.
just for the equipment alone. And then you
Mhm.
got to have somebody who's technically savvy to do it.
Yep.
So I'm sure we got somebody in town that can.
I'm thinking
See,
there's
look
just
at
like
the
a
same guy
company
who's
you could
streaming all our
hire.
shows.
Yeah, right. I'm thinking there's like a company you could hire or something, but I can't
Yeah.
imagine it would be very cheap.
Yeah. No.
But it's a pretty cool concept,
Yep.
and it's a cool alternative if you have the money for it.
Don't
but-
ask me to be doing it because
No,
I'm
me neither.
65. I don't
That's
have that. I
beyond.
don't have that technical ability to be able to do that, but it's out there, and you may see that happening to your town.
Mhm.
Erica
Yep.
says she puts earplugs in the glove box in the car for my son, whether it's fireworks, thunder, tree work, bike runs,
Yeah.
fire trucks, etc. He's
Loud
ready.
noise. Yeah.
so-
Fire trucks too. I mean, that's ambulances, anything with like sirens. If they pass by you, I mean, those are
Yeah.
loud, if you're close to one of them.
Yep.
So yeah, that's a good idea, and for pets, you can medicate them.
Yeah.
Or I hate to say it. I mean, I have a pet myself. Luckily she's not phased by fireworks, but it's 10 minutes. If they're scared for 10 minutes, then they're scared for 10 minutes.
That's bad.
I mean,
how about the guys with those cannons?
oh my gosh.
You
I've
got
seen
some. We used to have a
those.
neighbor who used to have a cannon, used to fire it off a couple times. On
Yeah.
his
I think there's a
4th
guy
of
in
July
Lisbon that
or
does
New
that.
Year's or something like that. They used to fire off that a couple times. But
I've seen I think it's Lisbon. There's a guy that has that or does that. But he'll usually post to the town page, like the community page or whatever, saying,
Yep.
hey, heads up.
Yeah.
And you may or may not see that heads up, but I think it's kind of cool. I mean, yeah, it's loud and you
Yep.
kind of, it makes you jump a little bit, but whatever. I don't
mean,
know.
you're giving a heads up. We're gonna have fireworks, Heroes Day, Heroes Night. About
Mhm.
9:00. I think they finally went off around 9:15, something like that. We started hearing it,
Mhm.
and that's all you can do.
Yeah.
And it
it's-
lasted like what, 20, 25 minutes or something. like that.
Maybe, yeah. But 4th of July is coming up.
Yep.
Summer's here. Just
they-
assume you're going to hear fireworks.
That's gonna be fireworks
somewhere.
in people's backyard all through the weekend on
Yeah.
4th of July, and then you're gonna hear it probably maybe the weekend before, maybe the weekend after, because
Mhm.
people sometimes have different parties,
Of course.
on the weekends.
Mhm.
So yeah,
We go to a 4th of July party every year at my friend's house, and they put on one hell of a fireworks show. And
Yeah.
every year the cops come by and they just kind of like, do one of these and then they keep going. And it's like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, well,
but they
it's-
come like after it's already done. They come up.
yeah.
But I mean,
so
it's
really,
every year,
if somebody
just-
calls, oh, it's against the law,
Yeah.
it's like, well,
Yeah.
it
It
is,
is.
but they sell them.
Well, they go out of state to get the ones that
Yeah.
they do.
I'm sure. I mean, and the ones you usually get here are supposed to be safer.
They're supposed to be. I
Not
don't
as
think they're
fun.
they're not supposed to leave the ground, right? I think the ones in Connecticut, I don't think they're supposed to leave the
Yeah.
ground. Like you can do the spinny
Yeah.
ones and sparklers and things like that, but if they
Yep.
project up or go off the ground, then I think that's, I don't know, something like that. But I mean, you just assume,
Yeah.
and you're going to be seeing all the Facebook posts. Were those gunshots or were those fireworks?
Yeah.
You get those all the time. And I mean, this day and age, I guess it's a pretty fair
And I'm
question.
sure the town hall gets
But-
called a couple times.
I'm
Oh,
sure.
blah, blah, blah,
Yep.
blah, blah, and then you just, okay, thank you for the information. I'll see what I can do.
Yep. And
Thank you.
I'll put out there too that right now, especially with summertime noise, there's usually complaints about noise and what our noise ordinance is and all of that. I believe at this point, we just defer to the state statute,
Yep.
which is, I believe, 10 p.m.
Yeah.
At night. So
And all you can really
is
do
what
is
it is.
lodge a complaint, you know.
yeah, and if the cops have
And get
nothing
the
else
cop-
going on at the time,
Yeah,
they may swing through. But if they have more
Yeah.
important things happening,
they're not going
your,
to come
your
by.
noise complaint probably is going to be pushed
Right.
toward the bottom of the list. But
That's correct.
yeah, there's going to be noises. People are going to be partying. There's going to be loud music. There's going to
Yep.
be fireworks. There's just, I don't know. Suck it up.
It's going to be noisy drunks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just, I mean,
Going to have
it's summer.
barbecues and people are going to be noisy till,
Mhm.
11 or 12 o'clock at night. Like,
Yep.
We used to have neighbors like that too. And it was like a couple days during the whole year. So it's like,
Mhm.
so I'll put my earplugs in, go to sleep.
Yep. And you have your ACs running and your fans running, so that drowns out some of it. But yeah.
Yeah, we used to have ACs. Now we got mini splits. They're a
Oh,
lot
that's
nicer.
right. Yeah. Yep.
A lot quieter, a lot nicer.
Uh-huh,
And this
I've
old
heard.
man doesn't have to carry air conditioning units around anymore. Thank God.
And prop them up in windows and all that.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Save my back, please.
You gotta save it for
So-
your deck.
Yeah, I'm starting to heal now. I'm starting to feel a lot better now. The knees, the back. Oh my God. I'll be doing some of that. I won't be going as bad as I did this year, but I'll replace some next year too.
Ugh.
Yeah, well, you know what? I was fortunate that the weather
Mm-hmm.
was nice.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way I could be doing it with this stuff that's coming up now
Yeah.
in the next 3-4 days.
With the heat and
The
everything.
heat,
There's
it
no
would've
way.
been awful.
Mm-hmm. well, that and staining it and everything, you can't really do it in that.
And the
Doesn't
humidity,
it dry?
it
like
doesn't
even
dry.
yeah, like gets sticky.
Yeah.
And,
So right now, I walked all over it. It's fine now. But yeah, I had 2-3 days to let it dry
Mhm.
nice and low humidity. So
Yep.
that's the
Um,
key.
One other thing I want to mention about the heat with your animals, keep in mind that if you're bringing them for a walk or anything, the air temp is much different than the asphalt temp or the sidewalk temp. So
Mhm.
keep an eye on their paws, making sure during the next few days that it's not,
Yep.
they're not burning their little
Paw
toe
pads.
beans. Yeah.
Yep.
And while they're going for walks, try to walk them early in the morning
Or
and
on the
in
grass.
grass if you can.
Yep.
Yeah, just be careful of them on pavement or sidewalks, concrete, all of that.
Yep.
Because you forget about that, I mean, we're wearing shoes, flip flops, something, and they just have their little paw pads, and
Yep.
it'll be too late if they step on it. And
Or your heels.
yeah, or heels. Yep, or heels. The town of Griswold has also put out an email. So if you're on their email list, they also put out an email about the cooling centers.
Yep.
So
Okay, good.
that information's getting out there, and I just shared it to a bunch of different pages for Griswold as well.
All right. That's good.
I don't know if Mike's coming back.
I don't know. It's 10:19. He's got one more minute. And Rich did get back to me. He wanted to know. I looked at it too late, but it's too late now.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that's all right.
Oh, we kind of did all right. Yeah, so, putting out information, trying to be funny, trying to be informational. I don't know. What do you think, Rachel? You still listening?
What else is
So-
going on this week besides the weather? Is there anything
Town
going on?
wise, we got a Board of
Anything.
Finance
I
tonight.
feel so out of the loop.
Board of Finance back to their normal meetings now tonight. Talk about a couple things.
I think they have some subcommittees or something they're putting together.
They
to
have a
prepare for
couple
next budget cycle.
subcommittees for the fire departments. They have a subcommittee for rec. Basically to look at their retention for the
Mm-hmm.
fire department and a budget for the rec. And which is good because,
Mm-hmm.
they can try to understand more about how they're trying to budget and what they're trying, because like the rec committee is basically trying to be self-sufficient,
Mhm. Yep.
And then the fire department is always oscillating depending on the calls. And this year, Lou had put out, fire chief for Jewett City Fire Department put out last night. We were like up to 321 calls, way ahead of last year. I forget how many. I know Rich said back in April, I think we were like 25 calls
Ahead from last year,
and we've had many
Yep.
since.
Yep. They come
So-
in like groups, it seems, lately. Like you get one and then they're like back to back to back to back. And then there's like, a span, like the rest of the day, nothing.
Yep.
And like the next day you get one and it's back to back to back to back. And they're like several in a row for
They
some
had
reason
5
lately.
and 12 hours yesterday.
Yep.
Starting after midnight Sunday night and
Mhm.
into noon or
Yep.
so on Monday. So
And actually, unfortunately, 3 of those calls were to the same address.
yep. Yeah.
And that stinks. But yeah, it's
And then we
it's a
had
lot.
another one later that day. Later
last night.
Yep. So that
Yep,
was a
to
quiet-
help out. That was Griswold, I think, right? To help out Griswold. That's a
Actually, it was
mutual aid.
Voluntown. It was out in Voluntown, and Onico showed up. They turned us off on our way out there.
Yeah, luckily it turned out to be nothing, but
Yeah.
which is a good thing. That's what you want.
Yep.
But
So
so what else is going on? Board of Finance.
Laura says, don't leave your pets in the car either,
Oh,
or your
God,
children.
no, right? Or your kids.
That breaks my heart when I see
Ugh.
you leave kids and pets in these cars, and it's 90 degrees outside.
Mhm. I can't even
And then they
imagine.
come back and they forget about them. How can you forget about,
Ugh, don't even get me started. Yeah, I
that-
know.
I'm not, as far as I'm concerned, you know what the punishment is?
Mm-hmm.
Lock them in a hot box same way and just leave them in there.
Mm-hmm.
How do you like it?
Yeah. Have you heard where they said, "Oh, so you don't forget your children, put something important in the back seat, like your phone"? What?
What's your phone's more important than your kids?
Like what?
Oh my God. Erica said, did the fire department ever get the cabinets they were looking for? Yes, I believe that was months ago. I
Oh,
think
the
that
EMS.
was-
I think that was Rob
Yeah.
looking for EMS
Rob.
cabinets. I believe
I
so.
think he got, I think they had,
Can ask
ended up
them.
buying one and had one donated, I think. So,
Yeah, I think they're good for the EMS.
yeah, I think they're
stuff.
good. Thanks for asking.
Yeah. Thank you.
So,
So what else is going on? Nothing. Board of Finance, and that's it. Everything's closed tomorrow,
Everything's closed tomorrow.
except for the library. Library's open, but
Food drive tomorrow at the town garage.
Thursday.
Or Thursday, excuse me. What's going on?
I feel like there's something. Is there any? No, nothing. Like
What's going on Thursday night? Anything?
I don't-
Nothing?
I don't know. I know I've seen there's like food truck festivals and things happening.
Yeah.
Around, not necessarily in Griswold, but just around.
Hmm.
Oh, I may be in Maine on Friday. Ryan has an orientation for school.
Yeah.
So I may be doing that. Supposed to be having a high school reunion this weekend too, but
Who? You? How many
Mhm.
years? 10?
no, God, I wish. Honestly, I don't even know. It's not.
I was supposed to be flattery.
It's yeah, no. No, it's we graduated with we only had 32, I think, that graduated in my high school class. So it's not like we've never had an official reunion. It's just a bunch of girls that kind of plan something on their
No.
own and just try to get people to come.
Yeah.
It's an off year. I graduated in 97. So well, I don't know. Do the math. I have no idea. 20 something.
27.
Yeah. Okay. Is that
Yeah.
what it is?
Don't feel bad.
Ugh.
I'm at 48.
Mm. Oh my God.
Coming up to 50.
Well, last night, Mary Beth talked about the preschool graduation
Oh, yeah.
and how they're going to be the graduating class of 2037. Oh my God. I literally felt like a punch to the gut when
You know,
she
and,
said
and when
that.
you're, like
2037.
8 years old and you hear something like that, that's a long way out. But when you're our age, that's not that far away. It's
My
only
first
13
thought
years.
was, how old am I going to be in 2037? But
Uh,
oh my gosh, when you think of it like that, you're like,
Yeah.
wow.
I'm wondering if my deck's going to be done by then.
It
So-
probably won't be. You'll still be putting boards on it. And
Oh, God. Yeah, see, I'll be pushing 80. I don't know if I'm going to be
oh
doing
my
that.
God.
But,
Oh my God. Isn't that crazy
yeah.
to think of that? Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyone who's got little kids graduating preschool, they're
Yeah,
the
well,
class of
you're-
2037.
when you're my age now, I'm starting to think 2037. Am I going to be around then? You know,
Oh,
I'm trying the best I can. I'm working out. I'm trying not to eat a bunch of junk. I don't smoke. I don't drink a lot of alcohol. You know, Rich is trying to get me on vodka. I said, no.
oh, he loves this vodka on
I
ice on the rocks.
So anyway,
right.
I guess we'll wrap it up.
Yeah, Mike's standing us up.
Yep. So thanks for people who were watching and providing some comments. Stay cool out there
Mm-hmm.
and be safe.
Do we have a show tomorrow?
No show tomorrow.
Why
Rich
not?
Canova says you guys are doing great.
How come no show tomorrow? There's no swimming.
He wanted to, but I'm not because I'm going to be doing the 3 hours in the cooling center. If I wasn't
you're
doing
working
that,
the cooling center.
I wouldn't mind coming and doing a show.
I haven't been asked to work the cooling center. I don't know if I have to talk to Rich. I don't know if I'm supposed to be doing that or not. He didn't say anything. So I don't know if they have enough. Do you know if they have enough people?
Paul and I are doing, he's doing 12 to 2. I think they didn't have anybody 2 to 3. I said I could do to 3. You know, but I don't know. I know Tina was also looking for people to support. So maybe
Okay.
they get together, they put the,
Get a
figure
list
out-
together.
They
Okay.
get a list together who's supporting all this.
Okay.
So
Yeah, because tomorrow I have.
there's
off from
Rich.
work.
Rich says you guys are doing great. It's 46 years for him.
Wow.
So yeah,
Wow.
So,
All right.
yeah.
So no show tomorrow.
no show
that
tomorrow,
we know of.
and we'll be back for Psychic Thursday.
Oh yes. Am I doing that? I'm not doing that.
Yep.
am I? No, that's you. You're doing Thursday.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I
need
know you
somebody
put out the
to.
schedule, and I never. Look
I send the schedule out
And I never
every
look at it.
weekend, and
and I'm
some
always
people
like,
don't
what
look
am I
at
doing?
it. Some people get confused, and then the producer, his name won't be mentioned, Mike, keeps throwing guests in there at the last minute. Oh, by the way,
Mhm.
and so it's kind of
Well, you guys have that group
Yeah.
chat, right? And it's
you're on it.
I know, but it's like all the people here.
Yeah.
And you're sending stuff out, and then all you guys with your gifts and your memes and your
Oh, whoa,
back
whoa,
and
whoa,
forth,
whoa! Who
you-
started that stuff?
You are worse than a bunch of women on that group chat. It's awful. Like I rarely even participate in it.
We were doing that last night about the
Oh,
cooling
my-
center. Thing. That was
yes.
me. I was wound up
I'm
last
like,
night about the cooling
what
center
is
stuff.
going on? I hear my phone.
My wife's yelling at me, "Will you stop? They're probably trying to work or sleep or whatever." I said, "Man, I just don't understand this."
I know. And then you're like, all right, I'm done.
All right, I'm done.
I'm done.
And then I come back. No, I'm not done.
But all the
So,
flying, all the messages flying around, and I just like, God, they're worse than a bunch of women.
Yeah.
So I never know what's going on.
But I know
usually-
something. I can stand up and pee. There you go in the
You
woods.
can.
All right. On that note, we'll be back, Mike and I, for Psychic Thursday with the Psychics. Friday, I think Mike has a guest with Paul. And then next week, I'll throw out another schedule that nobody pays attention to, and we'll see how it goes. I will need somebody to fill in next Thursday for Psychic Thursday.
Next
I'll be
Thursday?
out golfing. I'm in another tournament next Thursday.
Next
So,
Thursday, the 27th.
yeah.
Mm.
So
I could do it. Damn it.
you're good at
I
it.
am available
You're good
as far
at
as
it.
work goes.
All right. You guys have a good day. Be safe. Drink a lot of liquid,
Stay cool.
water, hydrate, liquid. No alcohol. You can have a coffee, but don't drink a lot of coffee.
I'd say limit the alcohol.
Yeah, limit it. And limit the alcohol. All right.
Oh, I hear a door opening up. Oh,
And there he is. And it's time to say goodbye.